Outlander fans, the unthinkable has happened. Faith is alive. Outlander Season 8, Episode 1 isn't just a continuation of Jamie and Claire's journey. It's a whole new chapter of mystery, love, and heartache. But how? How is it possible that Faith, the daughter we believed was lost forever, is suddenly alive? The answers are out there, and they are more complicated than we ever imagined. The end of Season 7 left us reeling. The last we saw, Jamie and Claire Fraser were faced with the devastating loss of their daughter, Faith. A story that has haunted the hearts of fans for years. A tragedy that defined their characters, their relationship, and the deep, irreversible wounds of their past. And yet, here we are, on the brink of the highly anticipated Season 8, where the impossible is about to unfold. In the first trailer, for Episode 1, we're confronted with the unthinkable. Faith might be alive. At first glance, it seems too wild to believe. After all, we saw Claire bury her child in the cold, dark soil of the past. A final goodbye in the shadow of a cruel, unforgiving world. But, as the trailer reveals, we're about to learn that not everything is as it seems in the Outlander universe. The moment Claire's grief-stricken eyes meet the gaze of a figure who resembles their lost daughter, everything changes. Is this a trick of the mind? Or could the impossible truly be real? The twist is so mind-blowing that even the creators of the show were taken aback when it was first hinted at. Showrunner Matthew B. Roberts openly admits that the reveal was as shocking to them as it is to us. It wasn't until they stumbled upon a brief mention in the 9th Outlander book that they allowed themselves to entertain the thought, what if Faith isn't gone after all? And from that moment, the idea grew, and the questions only multiplied. How could this even be possible? What does this mean for Jamie and Claire's emotional journey? And most importantly, what are the consequences of bringing their daughter back into their lives after all these years? In an interview, Roberts explains that the storyline will be fully explored in Season 8, leaving no loose ends or unanswered questions. But the ramifications of this twist will not be simple. As he puts it, you'll get all the answers, but the ride is going to be wild. If the showrunners are this invested in the storyline, then you know it's going to be an unforgettable ride. For fans who have stuck with Outlander through thick and thin, this new development promises to bring a level of emotional intensity that only the Frasers can deliver. And while we don't have all the answers yet, we do know one thing. The revelation of Faith's survival will have profound implications for everyone in the story. This isn't just about a daughter returning, it's about the consequences of time travel, the unbreakable bond between parents and their child, and the complex choices that Jamie and Claire will have to make moving forward. And it's not just the characters who are shocked. When the cast first found out about the twist, they too were left reeling. Sam Heughan, who plays Jamie, shared how powerful this moment was for him, to discover that his daughter might still be alive after all this time. That's a weight that no one could easily carry. Katrina Balfe, who portrays Claire, described the moment as one that sent chills down her spine. The hair-raising intensity of that discovery is captured in the first look at Season 8. And it's clear that the emotional toll of this revelation will weigh heavily on both characters and fans alike. But there's something deeper here, that Outlander has always been about the unpredictability of time travel. And with that, the possibility that things might not always unfold the way we expect. As we've seen in the past, the consequences of altering the past are the introduction of alternate timelines, or the idea that Master Raymond might have played a part in saving Faith, opens up a world of possibilities that no one could have imagined. And let's not forget the time travelers themselves. Could they have been meddling with the course of history in ways we've never understood? What's most exciting is that Roberts and the rest of the creative team are not shying away from the complexity of this twist. They're embracing it, and as viewers, we're about to see the results of those daring decisions. Outlander has always been about mystery, magic, and heartbreak, and this latest twist, it's perfectly in line with that. Will it bring the Frasers the peace they've been longing for, or will it open up even darker chapters of their lives? As we prepare for the premiere of Season 8, the stakes have never been higher. The discovery that Faith might be alive is just the beginning. What follows will be a journey filled with deep emotion, mind-bending twists, and the unrelenting pursuit. Oh, fansers! This is the kind of narrative Outlander fans have come to love. Thrilling, complex, and ultimately satisfying. But what we can say for sure is this. We've never been more eager to see where it all goes from here. The return of Faith isn't just a twist, it's the key that unlocks a deeper mystery within the world of Outlander. This revelation carries with it layers of complexity, and it's not just about the emotional impact it will have on Jamie and Claire. It's about what Faith's survival means for their future, for the choices they'll have to make, and for the future of everyone they hold dear. Imagine this. All these years, Claire and Jamie believed they had grieved the loss of their child. Faith was a piece of their history, a haunting presence in the background of their lives, something that defined their pain, their love, and their resilience. But now, to discover that Faith might still be alive, to have that loss turned upside down, it's a journey that will take them back into the depths of their past, while simultaneously pushing them into a future filled with uncertainty. This isn't just about healing wounds. It's about facing the truth of the choices that got them here. When the first trailer for Season 8 dropped, it was clear. This is no ordinary reunion. Faith's potential return raises more questions than it answers. And it all ties back to the complex world of time travel and its irreversible consequences. Could Claire and Jamie have made a mistake? Could their grief have clouded their judgment? The idea that Faith could have survived all these years undetected opens up a terrifying possibility. The Frasers' actions might have altered the timeline in ways they never intended. Could their daughter's life have been saved by forces beyond their control? Or did someone or something intervene? As the trailer teases, this isn't going to be a straightforward reunion. It's not as simple as embracing the daughter they thought they lost forever. There are deeper forces at play here, ones that will bring about consequences both for the Frasers and for the entire world they inhabit. The ripple effects of this twist could reach farther than anyone could have imagined. Time, it seems, may not be the ally we thought it was. But this reveal isn't just about Jamie and Claire. What about the other characters who have lived through their own trauma and loss? How will Faith's potential return affect them? Remember the heartbreak that Lord John Grey and his son William went through. Both men were deeply tied to the Frasers, and William's complicated relationship with his own father and the truth about his lineage may become even more complex. Will William's identity and his relationship with his father be overshadowed by the return of Faith? And what about young Ian? He's always had a special bond with the Frasers, but how will he react to this shocking twist? One thing is clear. Season 8 promises to be more than just a resolution to Jamie and Claire's story. It's about how this twist will affect everyone connected to them. The stakes have never been higher, and the emotional turmoil that lies ahead is far from predictable. Outlander has always been about love, loss, and the fine line between fate and free will. But with this twist, we are thrust into a world where fate may no longer be a constant. Of course, there are the time travel elements, and they're at the heart of this mystery. The very thing that has allowed the Frasers to defy time and history has also opened doors that we never expected. The return of Faith could very well be tied to the enigmatic power of time itself. Could someone like Master Raymond, who has played a role in manipulating time in the past, have something to do with this? Could he have somehow smuggled the baby out of time and into another era? These are questions that may not have answers. Until the final moments of Season 8, the implications are so vast that it's almost overwhelming. The very foundation of the Outlander universe is built on the idea that time travel is unpredictable and mysterious. But what if this twist changes everything we know about the time-traveling rules that govern the world of the Frasers? If Fate's survival is indeed connected to time manipulation, could we see more characters from the past suddenly reappear? What about the possibility that Fate's return could be tied to some greater, more significant event that reshapes the very course of history? And let's not forget about Claire. She has always been the rational one, the scientist who seeks answers, even in the most impossible circumstances. But even she has her limits. How will Claire, a woman who has fought so hard to maintain control over her own fate, come to terms with the fact that her child might still be alive, yet completely outside of the time period they've known? The emotional toll on Claire, as a mother, is immeasurable. There's the joy of possibly having her daughter back, yes, but there's also the weight of knowing that time, once again, is playing tricks on her. Can she ever trust her reality? Again, we've seen Claire's vulnerability, and we've watched her wrestle with the complex layers of time travel. Her connection to the past has always been fraught with pain, from the loss of her first husband to the relentless pull of her love for Jamie. But Fate's return forces her to confront a truth. No matter how much she has tried to control her destiny, time continues to have a mind of its own. In this first episode of Season 8, we won't just see Claire and Jamie reunited with their daughter. We will see them confronted with the full weight of their past, the consequences of their actions, and the mysteries of time travel that have yet to fully unfold. It's not just about healing. It's about understanding how deep the scars run, and whether or not it's possible to fix what's been broken. Outlander has always been about overcoming impossible odds. And this time, it seems that the odds are even more impossible than ever. So, buckle up. The journey ahead is going to be emotional, intense, and unpredictable. We've only scratched the surface of this twisted, time-bending tale, and with every moment, the mystery deepens. Faith might be alive, but what does that truly mean for Jamie and Claire and for all of us who have followed their journey all these years? Only time will tell. As we delve deeper into this astonishing twist, one thing becomes painfully clear. Outlander is not just playing with the past, but with the very fabric of time itself. The revelation that Faith might be alive challenges everything we thought we knew about time travel and its limitations. Could time be a lot more flexible than we ever imagined? Could it be that Faith's survival isn't an anomaly, but the result of a much larger, much more dangerous force at play? This new season is not simply about Jamie and Claire's reunion with their daughter. It's about understanding the true consequences of meddling with time. The very essence of Outlander has always been tied to the power of the past, present, and future, colliding in unexpected ways. And now, with Faith potentially stepping back into their lives, that collision is about to get a lot more intense. Think about it. What if this twist isn't just about Faith's return? What if the story we thought we knew, the one where Claire and Jamie's choices led to their daughter's tragic loss, is only the beginning of an even bigger, more dangerous journey? Every time travel decision they've made, every action, might have been the catalyst for a ripple effect that they never could have predicted. Faith's life, seemingly restored, could be the beginning of something far more ominous. The trailer for Season 8 doesn't just tease Faith's return, it suggests that her existence may have a much larger purpose. Could Faith's survival somehow be tied to a greater cosmic shift? If time travel is as unpredictable as the series has shown, could there be more surprises hidden within the timelines that will completely alter the course of history for everyone involved? Imagine the possibilities. Not only will Jamie and Claire have to reckon with the emotional weight of their daughter's return, but they will also be forced to face the impact their past decisions have had on the future. The past, present, and future may all start to blur together in ways no one could have ever seen coming. In fact, the very act of Faith being alive could be the key to unlocking the greatest mystery of all. Who controls time? Time has always been a fickle mistress in Outlander. But what if it is, in fact, a force that can be bent and shaped by those who understand its intricacies? If the Frasers can alter the timeline to bring Faith back, could it be possible to change other key events in history? Could they reverse their losses, avoid the heartache, and live a life that has been out of their reach for so long? The more you think about it, the more dangerous this idea becomes. The nature of time travel is never black and white. It's a powerful force that's impossible to control, and that unpredictability could be at the heart of Faith's return. We've seen the ripple effects before when Claire traveled to the past. Her mere presence caused ripples across time. What happens when the Frasers tamper with the timeline once more, even if unintentionally? There are, of course, the potential consequences of Faith's return, both for the Frasers and for the world around them. In the trailer, we catch glimpses of Jamie and Claire, both of whom are clearly shaken by the discovery of their daughter's survival. But we also see hints of something darker. The look on Jamie's face when he first sees Faith, the uncertainty that clouds his gaze, suggests that he's not entirely sure of the implications of this new reality. Could their reunion with Faith lead them into even more dangerous waters? Could the discovery that she's alive open doors to a whole new set of challenges that neither Jamie nor Claire are prepared for? The emotional weight of this moment cannot be overstated. If the twist is as monumental as it seems, it's not just about reuniting a family. It's about the Frasers coming to terms with the fact that their decisions have led them down a path that is now more uncertain than ever. Faith's return forces them to confront the reality that their journey through time has been more than just a story of love, loss, and survival. It's a story about the fragile balance between fate and free will, and how the smallest change can set off a chain of events with consequences they can't even begin to comprehend. But what's even more thrilling is that this new development opens up so many questions, ones that will keep fans on the edge of their seats as Season 8 unfolds. Could there be more characters from the past who are yet to return? Could other seemingly impossible things start happening, altering the course of the Frasers' journey once again? The mystery of time travel has always been the driving force behind Outlander. But now, with the return of Faith, it's clear that the rules of time might be more fluid than we ever imagined. Time travel has always been a double-edged sword, offering opportunities for love and redemption, but also for pain and destruction. The Frasers have had their fair share of heartache, from the brutal loss of their loved ones to the inevitable separation caused by their journeys through time. But what if this twist is the beginning of an even bigger, more complex story? What if the show is setting us up for a final chapter that goes beyond anything we could have anticipated? A chapter where time itself is not just a backdrop, but a living, breathing character. One that is as unpredictable and dangerous as any of the characters we've come to love. Season 8 will not just be about finding Faith, but about uncovering the deeper layers of the story we thought we knew. Jamie and Claire's reunion with their daughter is only the tip of the iceberg. The questions, the emotional turmoil, and the unraveling of a timeline that has never been fully understood. That's where the true excitement lies. And with every passing moment, we inch closer to understanding what this new twist truly means for the Frasers and the world they inhabit. Faith may be alive, but what does that truly mean for all of them? One thing is certain: the Frasers' journey has just entered its most dangerous and thrilling chapter yet. As the mystery deepens, we are forced to confront an unsettling truth. Faith's return is only the beginning of something much more complex. This is no longer just about reuniting Jamie and Claire with their lost daughter. It's about the very nature of time, the threads that bind the past and future, and the consequences of tampering with that delicate balance. Outlander has always been a series that pushes the boundaries of history and emotion. But now it's doing something even more daring. It's rewriting the rules of time. Travel itself. Let's not forget that the Frasers' world is a place where every action has a ripple effect. In Season 8, we're about to witness the ultimate consequences of that idea. Faith's return doesn't simply resolve a long-standing tragedy. It opens up new possibilities for the Frasers, for their allies, and for everyone connected to them. But with those possibilities come questions, unsettling, dangerous questions. Could the Frasers, in their grief and desperation, have altered time in ways they never intended? Could the very existence of Faith now be the key to unlocking something far darker, a future they may not be able to escape? Think about the consequences of tampering with time. In every season of Outlander, we've watched as the characters navigated the unpredictable nature of time travel and how those choices shape their lives in unexpected ways. The simple act of Claire traveling back in time created a butterfly effect that rippled through the generations. What we're seeing now, the return of Faith, could be the ultimate butterfly effect, one that may prove too powerful to control. This twist forces us to question the very idea of fate. Are we truly in control of our destinies, or are we simply pawns in a game played by the whims of time? The reveal of Faith's survival also forces us to reevaluate the rules of time travel that we've come to accept. Master Raymond, a character who has long been associated with the mystical and the unpredictable, might have had a role to play. In all of this, could he have used his knowledge of time to preserve Faith's life, slipping her through the cracks of history to keep her safe? The very mention of his name in the books suggests that this may not be a coincidence. And the more we think about it, the more we realize that Faith's survival could be connected to a much greater cosmic shift. But perhaps it's not just Master Raymond who's responsible for this incredible twist. What if the entire Outlander universe is converging toward a singular moment, one that no one could have predicted? The collision of timelines, the manipulation of the past, and the bending of time's rules could all come together in a way that no one, not even the Frasers, could have anticipated. What if the return of Faith is part of a greater plan? A plan that will ultimately test Jamie and Claire's resolve in ways they never imagined. What's most exciting about this development is that it opens up so many possibilities for the future. Faith's return could be the catalyst for a new chapter in the Outlander saga, one that delves deeper into the heart of time travel and its endless complexities. As the trailer suggests, this is just the beginning. The secrets of the past, the mysteries of time, and the bonds between the characters will all play a role in shaping the final chapters of the Frasers' journey. But with every revelation, we also have to ask, what happens next? Faith may be alive, but that doesn't mean everything will be rosy for the Frasers. The return of their daughter might bring joy, but it will also bring pain. It will force them to confront their greatest fears and face the reality that their actions have consequences. Consequences that could ripple through time in ways they can't even begin to comprehend. Jamie and Claire will have to make choices that will affect not just their futures, but the future of everyone they love. The road ahead is filled with uncertainty, and the emotional stakes have never been higher. What will the Frasers do with the knowledge that their daughter survived? How will they handle the weight of that knowledge, knowing that it could change the course of history? Every decision, every moment, will have consequences that may be felt far beyond the walls of Fraser's Ridge. The very fabric of their world is at stake, and the choices they make could determine not just their own fate, but the fate of the entire world they've come to know. In many ways, Season 8 is shaping up to be the most unpredictable season yet. Faith's return isn't just a twist, it's a game changer. The stakes have never been higher, and the Frasers' journey has never been more dangerous. As we watch this story unfold, we are reminded once again that time is a powerful, unforgiving force, and in the world of Outlander, it is a force that cannot be easily controlled. We may not have all the answers yet, but one thing is for sure. Outlander's final season is going to be a wild, heart-pounding ride. The twists, the turns, and the unexpected revelations will keep us on the edge of our seats as we wait to see how Jamie and Claire will navigate this new chapter of their lives. Faith is alive, but the real question is, what does that mean for everyone else? Only time will tell. And as always with Outlander, that time may be more twisted, more uncertain, and more dangerous than we ever imagined. The final chapters of the Frasers story are upon us, and they promise to be more thrilling, more emotional, and more unpredictable than anything we've seen before. This is a journey we won't soon forget.